Alright everyone, it's me, your pal, Dick Gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth would like me to remind you that if you like what you see, you should like, subscribe, ring the bell, and what was the other one? Share the video with your friends. Thanks for your continued support, and I hope you enjoy the video, pal.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What time is it? It's 9, 10, 11.
Shisha's dead? No, do you think he did it? If he did it, what do we do? Hey, pull yourself together. Don't worry, I have an idea. Oh, jumping straight into the trial, are we? What the heck? Who brings a defendant to his own trial late? Plus, the request was so last minute, I didn't even have a chance to talk with my client. He's late. He's late for a very important date. My name is Athena Sykes. All of analytical psychology and a full arsenal of legal know-how. I'm a fully competent defender of the Right Anything Agency. Well, I wish my client would show up already. The trial's about to start. It appears only just in time. Where have you been? The trial's about to start, Simon. Blackwell's back. Okay then. No need to get so worked up, Athena. His baldness can wait. There's no way he'd wait for me. And besides, why would I want to start off on the wrong foot with him right out the gate? Dealing with such matters is part of being a lawyer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, well, covering for your lateness is not. Still but a rank amateur, I see. This is Simon Blackwell. He might not look it, but he's actually a prosecutor and a psychology specialist. He and I go way back. As for our shared specialization in psychology, we're both disciples of the same person, so to speak, but he's kind of my senior, I guess. But twisted sense of humour or no, I wish he'd stop treating me like a child all the time. So, we're all right, Dono, and Justice Dono. Mr. Wright is abroad and Apollo's helping Trucy with her magic show. Didn't I tell you? They're what? So neither one of them are here, leaving you to take this on alone? Yep. Ye gods. Call Right Dono back, it's not too late. Oh no, not too late at all. He'd only need to know how to teleport. Very well. Then I will settle for Justice Dono. Go grab him by the horns and drag him here. Apollo is literally in the middle of a show, Simon. You may not want to admit it, but I've got what it takes to take on this case. Just leave this to me and go watch from the gallery. As your defence derailed in spectacular fashion. No, as I win the heck out of this trial. I'll be okay, promise. So wipe that look off your face already, will you? Anyway, I take it the guy behind you is... Yes, he's your... He's asleep again. Hey, Bucky, wake up. Yeah. Ow, what'd you do that for, Simey? Oh, okay. Let's see how to voice this guy. Oh, he's southern as fuck. Okay, then. Who's this yellow chickadee? She's your lawyer, such as it were, though I'd say she's more green than yellow, however. Lawyer? She sure doesn't look it, does she? Is she like your fellow apprentice or something? Something like that. I've known her longer than I've known you. You could say we're bound to one another. Oh, okay. Well then, guess I better call her Ms. Chickadee then. Simon, this guy's not only rude, but he's 3 sheets to the wind in his own trial. I know we just met, but I'm about ready to give him a piece of my mind. Do as you will, just save it for after the trial. Ms. Chickadee. Don't call me that. How'd you do? Simon is an old friend of mine. I'm the 4th generation head chef of Wet Sober. The joke is he's drunk and it's called Wet Sober. Wet noodle number 4, Bucky Wet. Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you too, Mr. Wet. So he can pull himself together when he wants to. And trial's starting in a few minutes. Having been accused of a murder that only occurred yesterday, I'm afraid it's taken a toll on the poor boy. And you happened to be there at the theatre where it all happened too, right? They said they found a Rakugo storyteller murdered in his dressing room. Indeed. The victim, Master Storyteller Taifu Toyenda. Taifu Tonido, is that? Master Storyteller Taifu Tonido was a long-time patron of Wet Sober. Master Tonido had been looking after Bucky ever since Wet Noodle 3 passed away. I see. So the victim was kind of like a father to the defendant, huh? Dash, stupid old fuck, like a father? No way, he was always dishing my sober. How dare you speak ill of him? Running your mouth like that is why they suspected you of his murder in the first place. Now pull yourself together. Number 3 must be rolling in his grave. But Sammy, the police, none of them believes me. They won't listen to me. Looks like he's still in shock from the whole ordeal. Don't worry, Mr. Wet, everything's going to be alright. I'm going to defend you with everything I've got. You're in good hands now. You mean you believe me, ma'am? Of course, no matter what, I'll believe in you to the very end. Gee whiz, Miss Chickadee. Come on, I need you to shape up. Just like those al dente noodles of yours. Yes, ma'am. My sober is the freshest. Oh dear. Mr. Wet! Bucky, you great big pillock. So, how exactly did you know this guy? I used to frequent Wet Sober, and still do in fact. I've known him since he was a lad. That's why his father and Master Tonido were always so good to me. I didn't know you liked sober so much, Simon. I wouldn't expect one such as you, who eats meat slapped between slabs of bread, to understand the delicate taste and the subtle textures imparted by buckwheat flour. Now that's just rude, but I digress. I'm all about flavour and subtlety and stuff. If I let Wet sober end like this, I'll never be able to face number 3 or Master Tornado in the next life. Ah, I see. And that's why you came to me. You wanted somebody you could trust. It was never my intention to ask you. I'll show him. I'll show him I can handle it just fine. Well, I believe it's just about time. What? We haven't even probably discussed the case yet. What's the matter? You look nervous, Athena. Don't tell me you're chickadeeing out. I'm just trembling with excitement of battle, that's all. Off gets! Let's do this. Come on, Mr. Wet. Get up off the floor. We've got a case to win. Yes, Miss Chickadee. I'm gonna do my best.
Wet soba, wet soba, wet soba, wet soba, wet soba.
Hello, 2 bowls of noodles. Sorry, sir, no can do. Kinda busy at the courthouse. Huh? They hung up. Okay, let's do this. He's not going to do himself or his case any favours like this, Simon. Maybe we should let him go get some rest somewhere? Let me rest? Maybe if I were a lump of regular flour dough furned to noodles. But I'm fresh like my sober, and you don't let sober dough rest. It's all about the free freshes. Grind the buckwheat seed fresh, cut the dough fresh, and... It cut me off. Boil the noodles fresh. He's blacked out. Oh boy, I just knew something like this would happen. Son, what are these free freshes of sober he was going on about? First, buckwheat seeds, or groats, are ground to make buckwheat flour. Then donated with the flours, cut with a large rectangular knife into noodles. Finally, the buckwheat noodles are boiled. Each step's done immediately one after the other, so the sober is fresh when eaten. Oh, that's what he meant. Won't want to make me any sober right now, though, that's for sure. Athena, this is no time for idle chatter. You need to get into the courtroom now. Just remember, as a prosecutor, I'll be unable to lend you a hand, so don't expect any help from my quarter. There you go, treating me like I'm incompetent again. For your information, I wasn't planning on asking you for help anyway. Just wait, Simon, I'll show you. You'll see. Mr. Wright and Apollo may not be here, but that's all right. I can do this on my own. Court is now in session for the trial of Bucky Wet. The defence is ready, Your Honour. The prosecution is fully prepared, Your Honour. What's this? No prayer this time, Prosecutor Submarty? That is correct, Your Honour. To expedite these proceedings, I completed them beforehand in the lobby. How very thoughtful of you. By the way, what brings you back to this country? Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth himself called upon me to handle this case. Besides, I have a debt to repay, and though my opponent is yet a callow thing, I have no qualms with sending her down to hell.
Objection!
If you have a score to settle, it's with Apollo, not me. But more importantly, I am not a callow thing. I am a qualified and capable attorney. Then what is that yellow attire if not proof of your immaturity, you small... Wrong character voice, what the fuck? Then what is that yellow attire if not proof of your immaturity, you small spring chick? Now cease your shrill chirping.
Now, Prosecutor Sudmardi. She's still only a teenager. Please go easy on her.
Still? Great, now even the judge is giving me the kid treatment. Very well. Shall we begin, Your Honour?
Yes, I suppose we should. Now then, Prosecutor Sudmardi, please give your opening statement.
I'll show them what I can do. They'll be sorry they underestimated me. Certainly. Let the last rites of the victim commence. The incident is believed to have occurred at around 4 p.m. yesterday, May the 12th, at a storyteller's theatre called Kurukurute. The victim was a great master of the Tornado school of Raguko, or comedic storytelling. His name was Taifu Tornado. The scene of the murder was at the theatre's dressing room. It's accessible via the staff entrance hallway and is an inner and outer sliding door. The estimated time of death is between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. The cause of death is suffocation, though how the victim suffocated is yet to be determined. The autopsy found nothing unusual in his lungs or stomach, and there is no murder weapon. I will now submit the incident report to the court. Prosecutor Sudmardi, how can you name Mr. Wet as the culprit when you don't know how the victim was killed or even with what? While it is true the weapon and precise method are yet unknown, the accused is the only one who had the opportunity to commit the murder. I've explained this assertion in further detail as we continue. I guess that means he has some kind of evidence to present. Now, would the accused care to plead his case?
Come to think of it, where is the defendant, Miss Sykes?
Sorry, Your Honour. I'm afraid Mr. Wet isn't feeling very well and is resting in the infirmary. Surely it is the lack of clear conscience that impedes him from facing this court. Great, starting off on the wrong foot already. Mr. Wet is the head chef of a soba shop frequented by the victim. On the day of the incident, Mr. Wet went to the theatre at the victim's request. Taifu Tornado was a connoisseur of soba, and as you can see in these photographs, he was apparently making soba himself in his dressing room the very day. The soba found at the scene is likely the soba he himself made there. Making soba's one thing, but making it in a theatre dressing room is a bit much, non?
Master Tornado truly had a passion for soba, didn't he? For a man like that to be murdered by his soba chef is simply unthinkable.
And yet the accused had ample motive. For in the victim's safe we discovered the deed to the accused shop. Mr. Wet was to inherit Wet's soba when he lost his father recently. However, it's believed the victim stole the shop's deed during the transfer process. The prosecution believes the accused killed the victim in order to get the deed back.
A murder over the deed to a shop. Does sound like a plausible motive.
So that's what the case is about. I wish Simon filled me in a little better. I could have contributed more than just 1,000 buckets of cold sweat if he had. Defence. From your demeanour, I gather you know very little about the details of the case. Well, you see... You are dishonouring the soul of the victim by appearing in the courtroom unprepared. You are an embarrassment to your profession, you putrid egg yolk. I'm sorry. Apollo's a red pepper and I'm an egg yolk? We've only just started and I already feel the motive from Spring Chick. I'm ready to call my witness, Your Honour. Let us listen to the words of the one who was present when the crime was discovered. Someone who was there when the victim's body was found?
Very well. Witness, please take the stand.
Oh. I see. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Simon Blackwell, prosecutor. Prosecutor Blackwell? You didn't tell me you were going to take the stand. There simply wasn't time. What a shame, Prosecutor Blackwell. Had you shared the damning senior witness beforehand with the defence, we could have moved this trial along and saved the victim's soul much faster. Damning scene? What in the world did Simon see? Prosecutor Sadmardi, was it? Before I give my testimony, there's something I'd like to confirm. By all means. This case involves raguko, a very traditional form of Japanese comedic storytelling. Do you have enough knowledge of this art form to handle the case competently? Are you implying I'm not qualified for this case? Not yet. I'm simply trying to ascertain your familiarity with the topic, for now. It is a prosecutor's duty to learn the background of any case he takes on. I did some research on rakugo last night and have grasped the overall idea of it. How much could you possibly grasp in a single night? Rakugo is a form of entertaining storytelling that originated in the land of Japan. It's in the storyteller sits alone on stage with only a fan and towers. And the rakugo artist tells a long whimsical stories, giving each other's characters a distinct voice. The traditional art was originally invented by monks to make sermons more interesting. The storyteller sits alone on stage. A long whimsical story, giving each character a distinct voice. Am I a rakugo performer? Because that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. How interesting. Are you satisfied? If not, I could explain the 12 types of endings to such stories. Or shall I perform the famous story of Jumu instead? It appears you have put in a bit of study. Your acknowledgement is most welcome, Prosecutor Blackwell.
I can see why you're known for being quite thorough in your research, Prosecutor. Now, I'd love to see you perform that story you mentioned, if you don't mind.
If that is Your Honour's request.
Hold it!
Your Honour, can we please get back to the trial?
Oh, right, of course, I nearly forgot.
Seriously? Of all the things for you to forget?
Now then, back to the case. Prosecutor Blackquill, please tell this court what you witnessed.
I went to the theatre yesterday and arrived at approximately 4 p.m. I went straight to Master Tonido's dressing room to say hello. Bucky went in the dressing room thereafter, only to come storming out a while later. Master Tonido's new disciple, Endo, I'm going to say Endo, apparently then entered the room after. That's when Endo discovered Master Tonido's body. Now what you submit here, Prosecutor Blackquill? With testimony like that, you're practically accusing Mr. Wet of the crime. All I can do is state what I saw. I can't help how it appears. But a qualified and capable attorney such as you should be able to dispatch with it, right? Yeah, duh. Right, guess I better start by getting all the info out of him I can.
Hold it!
Prosecutor Blackquill, what did you go to the theatre for in the first place? I went because I received an invitation from Master Tonido. See for yourself. It was a special show commemorating his junior disciple's Endo's promotion. It was also an occasion to announce the boy's succession to the stage name of Endo II. So what exactly does it mean to succeed to a stage name? You really don't know, do you? In the performing arts, a name succession is when an artist inherits a predecessor's name. I see. So there was another Endo Rakugo artist before his disciple succeeded him, huh? And what exactly did your invitation say? It contained a simple letter of salutations and an outline of the show's program.
Oh, it appears Taifu Tonido was going to perform Toki Soba, or Time Soba. He's famous for his masterful pantomime of eating soba using only his fan as a prop. And Endo was to perform Soba Sai, or Soba Gluten. Soba Glutton, a soba-themed show, I see.
Seems you know a thing or two about Rakugo yourself, your baldness. The first to perform was the senior disciple Giru, followed by Endo. And lastly, Master Tonido. I see, so that's why you happened to be at the Storyteller's Theatre yesterday. So what happened after you arrived? Guy was to form a balloon act, then Endo was to do his sober glutton routine. I went straight to Master Tonido's dressing room. And how did Master Tonido appear when you said hello to him? I went with the intention of greeting him, but ultimately we didn't actually meet. You didn't see him? Why not? Geiru escorted me to the dressing room. We heard the sound of Rakugo being performed from within. Thinking the master was rehearsing, we decided to wait to the hall until it was done. You heard Rakugo being performed in the dressing room? Yes, not just me, but Geiru as well. In other words, you can confirm the victim was alive at around 4 p.m? Correct. I couldn't hear him clearly through the doors, but I'm sure it was Master Tonido. I could tell because it was the time sober routine being performed in there. So that means the victim was killed sometime after that.
Hold it!
Please tell us in detail how Mr. Wet appeared at the time. Gayru and I were waiting in the hallway for Master Tonedo to finish practicing, when Bucky appeared and entered the dressing room with his things. What happened after that? We heard what sounded like Bucky shouting from inside the room. About 10 minutes later, Bucky came back out the dressing room looking rather irate. This is most likely when the murder was committed. The victim was an elderly man. It would have been entirely possible to kill him within the span of 10 minutes. Better come up with some kind of counter-argument and fast.
Hold it!
What do you mean by apparently? Didn't you see him go in? No, I couldn't. I wasn't able to see the dressing room door from where I was standing at the time. But Gayru was right in front of it, so I'm sure she saw it all. I see. And why do you suppose Endo went in the dressing room anyway? He just finished his routine, so he was making a courtesy call. A disciple is to pay their master respect right before and after each performance. And all disciples are expected to do this? Yes, it's common courtesy among Raguko artists. I see. Can you tell us what happened after Endo went to the dressing room? Certainly.
Hold it!
And how did Endo act at the time? After Endo had been in the dressing room for 2 or 3 minutes, we heard a scream from inside the room and Endo came flying out. Did you hear any signs of a struggle at the time? No, just Endo's woeful scream. I see.
Well done, Prosecutor Blackquill. Your testimony has given us quite a glimpse into the scene of events.
Thank you, Prosecutor Blackquill. Now please allow me to summarise your testimony. Well, Prosecutor Blackquill and Granville. When Prosecutor Blackquill and Gayru were in the hallway waiting for Master Tonedo, the accused came along and entered the dressing room with some items in tow. He was heard shouting for a time inside the dressing room, and about 10 minutes later he came back out the room seeming rather angry. A short time after the accused had come and gone, Endo Tonedo went into the dressing room. A few minutes later, after having discovered the victim's body, Endo gave a scream and came running out of the hallway from within. Prosecutor Blackquill and Gayru then ran to the room and saw the body for themselves. From the circumstances, it's quite clear the accused murdered the victim.
This is crucial testimony indeed.
Defence. An eyewitness has given conclusive testimony. Won't let it all go now and allow the victim his last rites. Not on your life. If Endo went into the dressing room too and was the first to discover the body, who's to say he didn't commit the crime? Endo was in the dressing room for a mere 2, perhaps 3 minutes. He could not have possibly committed murder in that time, nor without making any noise. Oh, son, why'd you have to give that awful testimony? Prosecutor Blackquill, can't you give me something a little better to work with here? Isn't it up to you to ask the right questions? I'm certainly willing to tell you all that I know. If you truly are as capable as you claim, then draw out what you need yourself. This is no time for your twisted games, Prosecutor Blackquill. Just admit you don't remember it all that well. Prosecutor Blackquill, watching you collude with a defence like this, I see you are no prosecutor. Begone, witness. You shall haunt this sacred hall no more. How dare you treat me like some evil spirit to be exorcised? I'll remember this, you blackguard. Don't worry, Prosecutor Blackquill. I've got this. Would I have my way, he would not be the only one here to step down. You half-boiled putrid egg yolk. I object to the notion I'm a gooey, smelly mess. Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony was like the lowly opening act of a Raguko show. He may hold the title of prosecutor, but this time he stood on the side of the defence. To restore balance to this trial, I'd like to present an actual witness for the prosecution.
And who's this witness?
The person who was with Prosecutor Blackquill when the body was discovered. She's another entertainer at the Tornado School. Miss Giru Tornado. Oh shit, it's her.
Please state your name and occupation, witness.
Hello everyone, I'm here to represent the Tornado School of Twisty Twist Twist. And Bloom, there you have it, a stunning balloon hat. It's me, the balloon artist you know and love, Giru Tornado. Just call me Giru, sweetie. 1, 2, Bloom.
What a way to capture your audience's attention! With classy fever! I dare say I can't take my eyes off those balloons.
Please tell me you're talking about the hat, Your Honour. Oh, Mr. Judgy, I'm so glad you liked my performance. Would you consider joining my fan club, pretty please?
Oh, absolutely!
Please save your fanboying for after the trial, Your Honour. Anyway, Giru, I can't help but notice you seem awfully cheerful having just lost your master. Of course I'm sad, but she sure would scold me if I didn't put on a big smile. Never show sadness, smile, 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 with a twisty twist twist. And Bloom, there you have it, one gorgeous cake. I see. Guess an entertainer's got to do what an entertainer's got to do. The balloon art's version of the Warshack test. All I saw was a severed monster head. No, Athena, it was objectively a cake. I think that's a you problem, love. Giru, you're obviously a balloon artist. How'd you become a member of a Raguko school? Well, my father, my late father that is, was a Raguko artist, you see. So I joined the Tornado School to be just like my daddy someday. I see. My father and I owe so much to Sushido, our master, but that bucket wet. Oh, how could he? I want to see him pay for what he's done as quickly as possible.
Your distress is entirely understandable, and my condolences for your loss.
And not only that, but he... You have more to say about Mr. Wet? Every time he comes to deliver Sobel to us, he yells at me. He always tells me to get away. Is there any reason he'd say such a thing to you? He says the smell of my perfume will get into his Sobel and ruin it. Now how can he say that? This is a great scent.
How very rude of him. I don't blame you for being upset.
Excuse me, Your Honour, but please don't let Gyru's balloons bias your judgment. Mr. Wet hasn't even been proven guilty yet, remember? It'll be interesting to see how long that fire of yours will last, Defence. Now then, Gyru, please share the truth with this court.
Yes, Gyru, your testimony, please.
Sorry, excuse me. From 4 p.m. to a little after 4:20 p.m, when Shishido's body was found and we all got blazed, Sam and I were standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room. Before Endo discovered the body, the only person who'd gone in there was Bucky. Come to think of it, a little while before Bucky showed up, oh my God. Jimmy was barking like mad. Prosecutor Blackquill, do you have any objections to this witness's testimony? No. Making a bloody mind sad monk sad Marty. First you exercise me, now this. You'd only do as you are instructed by this humble servant of the Holy Mother. As there are no objections, Your Honour, let us move on to the salvation of the victim's soul.
Hold it!
Hey, I'm the defence attorney here, Prosecutor Sadmardi, and I just might have an objection or two once I actually cross-examine the witness. What are you asking Prosecutor Blackquill for? I'm the one you should be checking in with. There is a passage in the sacred scriptures of Koreanism. What offensive nonsense will this be? To stir the wind is beyond the power of a spring chick. In other words, the inexperienced are useless. With that in mind, it seemed more judicious to consult Prosecutor Blackquill. He doesn't even see you as an adversary, Sidestone. Well, I won't let either one of you insult me. I'll show you I'm no inexperienced spring chick. Your Honour, I'm ready to cross-examine the witness.
I hope you can make Prosecutor Sadmardi see you as a worthy adversary, Miss Sykes. I'll allow your cross-examination, so you better strike while the iron is hot.
So the murder must have happened sometime in those 20 minutes, correct? But 20 minutes isn't a lot of time, is it? I don't know. I mean, what do you want me to say? That's what happened, you know. Isn't that right, Simon? Yes, Gira and I can confirm that Master Tornado still lived at around 4 p.m. Yeah, and you can, can't you? See?
Hold it!
The fact the two of you were there in front of the dressing room means you were able to see everyone who went in and out, right? Of course! Or are you insinuating I was daydreaming or sleeping while standing up or something? No, of course not. I saw everything, I tell you. Fine. As you say anyway, but did you really? And the defendant and Endo entered around the time of the murder? That's right. That's why it must have been Bucky who killed poor Shishido. Let's take a deep breath, okay, Geiru? Not a single other person set foot in the dressing room during that time. I already told you over and over, didn't I? There was nobody else. I must apologise on the lawyer's behalf. Even her memory is that of a spring chick's. Please overlook her transgression as best you can. Oh, I see. Poor thing. Hang in there, sweetie. Who are you calling a bird brain, buddy?
Hold it!
Come on. Yumu? I'm gonna try Yumu. That's my doggy. I keep him at the theater. Let's see. With a twisty twist. And Bloom, there you have it. My cute little Yumu. He's kind of creepy looking. Oh, but he's a really, really good boy. And why was Yumu barking? Is it because he saw someone suspicious? If so, we might have a new suspect in the case. Why was he barking again? Oh, I remember. It was time to feed him. When I went to his yard and gave him more food. Couldn't somebody sit in the dressing room while you were doing that? Nah, the door into the courtyard was wide open. I would have seen if anybody went into the dressing room. Prosecutor Blackwell, come to the stand a sec, please. How many times must I do this? You saw what Gary was talking about, right? Why didn't you mention it before? I can't be expected to remember every minute detail. Well, remember them now, please. Did Garu ever go out to the yard? Yes, I remember now. She went to feed Yumi. For fuck's sake. What the fuck is that word? I'm gonna have to look it up after I've done recording here. Yumu. And I saw her looking towards the dressing room quite frequently as well. Do you recall anything else? It looked as though she was feeding the dog a great quantity of dumplings or something. Yumu couldn't finish them all, so he buried the rest in the corner of the yard. That's about all I remember. Looks like Gary was telling the truth. Your Honour, I'd like Gary's last statement added to her testimony. As you wish, defence.
Hold it!
You know what this means, right, Gary? You weren't in the hallway the entire time after all, were you? Oh, okay, so I did go out in the yard, but it was just for a second. The yard door was wide open, so I could see in the dressing room for the whole time. The door was open, so she could see the dressing room. Prosecutor Blackwell, I need you on the stand again, please. What am I, your lady in waiting? Do you remember anything about the time Gabriel was in the yard? Simply that Yumu was buried the food he couldn't finish in the corner of the yard. That's about all I can remember. Thank you. Didn't really need to hear about the dog again, though. When I was finished feeding, I returned to the hallway. Then I saw Bucky go to the dressing room, no question about it. Okay, so around the time of the murder, Gabriel and Simon were hanging out just outside the dressing room. Guess I'm gonna have to find a flaw in there somehow if I'm gonna get anywhere.